Cool. Turkey and Wales are playing well, boy. Obviously, Gav Bale's in the business. What's going on, people? We're back. We're back for another one. Jeez. Come on, man. Make it make sense. But yeah, no, we're back, man. We're back. John will be joining us. But yeah, it's another episode on the Euros. Let me introduce the boys. Rash, what are you telling me?
What's going on, my guys? You know what I'm trying to say? Enjoying the coolness of the weather inside. You know what I'm saying? And just looking forward to another show to discuss what happened all yesterday, man.
Big facts. Jeff, what are you telling me, bro?
All good, my guy. What were you lot saying? Everything good?
Yeah, good, man. I mean, I guess we can get straight into it and talk about the game that's going on now. Really, it's not done, but it's almost there. And what's Bale doing with that penalty, man? Someone talk to me about the technique going up the lot. Like, how could it go over the bar? Talk to me, man. What's going on with Bale, man?
Well, that's your guy. You tell us.
Okay, cool. I'll tell you. But did you see the ball we gave to Ramsey?
Cold.
Let me ask you a question. What's he doing that deep? Number one, what is he doing that deep? And number two, should Ramsey have a hat trick by now?
Yes, he should. Bale's that deep because he ain't that quick no more, man. Like, he needs time on the ball to influence the game. It's not like before where he can just run through everybody. Like, you see him when he got to Soyuncu, man. Like, the Bale of 6 years ago, he's tearing him to shreds. This time, probably overthinking it, lost the ball. He ain't had a great game, to be honest. So, I mean.
No, trust me. Do we think, I mean, let's talk to me, because I don't know if you were the one that told me or someone else, but Turkey being a dark horses, like, that's totally gone out the window now. Even you must say that.
No, that wasn't me still. That was John. But yeah, I don't know much players who play for Turkey, to be honest. I've always back in the man them, you get me, the brothers them, do you know what I'm saying? So I was hoping they did well anyway. But yeah, it looks like they are like they're gonna be like the Hungary of their group. They're just gonna get slapped about by all the other teams, to be honest, and they're just there to take part. It seems that way. But their attack is since Bale missed that penalty, man, they've had Wales under the cosh. And their attacks look quite good as well. If they could just put the ball in the right time, they're just missing that final ball to get it to the right space and the right players in the right time. It seems that they keep pushing it out wide and then having to cost the ball in, and they're not having a lot of joy with those aerial challenges. And when they are, it's just too soft. The keeper's got it under wraps. But if they can get those quick counters, which they are doing, and they can play it into feet, I reckon they could have a chance in at least pulling it back and making it 1-1.
Do you know what? I'll tell you what, yeah. That Sionchu brother at the back, he's a problem, and you can tell that Leicester ain't. If he's gonna go somewhere, Leicester ain't gonna let him go cheap. If that makes sense. Like, this guy is probably the only defender they have.
Well, he was out for a long time for injury, wasn't it? Because he had a good opening season when he came through, and at the beginning of the season just gone, I was thinking, wow, where's Seyuncu? He's actually a quality player, but I think he actually had an injury which kept him out of the squad for a little while out the season. So the fact that he's actually playing in the Euros and he's quite solid as well, he's blatantly their best defender, if not probably one of their best players. So he's having a good tournament. I think a lot of eyes will be on him, and it will be good for Leicester to make some money if they are looking to sell. But this has been really good for him to build up his credentials.
Yeah, big facts, man, big facts. But we got a game after this game straight away. It's Italy versus Switzerland. Do we think Xhaka's going to score a banger? Do we think Italy's going to do the business again? I mean, let me know your thoughts, man.
Italy are going to win, I think. Don't get me wrong, Switzerland are on a bad team. But I think Italy are going to have too much for them, especially based off how they played last time. Like, I wasn't expecting too much from Italy, but I still don't expect a huge amount from them, if I'm honest. But they played really, really well in that first game, and I don't think Switzerland have enough to, like, trouble them. Italy should comfortably win, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think regardless, I think even though Italy's definitely going to win, and I think we can see that happening. I think Switzerland's good. That what's that kid's name? Black fella, a bowl.
Mbolo.
Yeah, I didn't want to butcher his name again. But
yeah, kind of did still, but yeah.
Yeah, no, but I bet you everyone's name. Rash, I don't know. I'm saying your name properly, but anyway. But no. I think he's going to be an issue today. He's the one to watch. I think for Switzerland. But I mean, I don't know. Have you been watching what's the situation? Shaqiri, what's happened to him, man? I mean, I didn't really see him last game. Is it just me, or is it the lack of game play from Liverpool that's made him lose confidence and stuff? What do you think?
Well, do you know what? I saw him in the game. He got the ball a few times, and he does Shaqiri runs. You know what I'm trying to say? And I think he had an okay game. I just think he wasn't the standout player for the team. That's all it was in the last game that they did have. I think possibly today you'll see him more into the game, putting a lot of pressure on that Italian defense. Italy are going to have a totally different game to what they did against Turkey with this game. They're going to be up against a more managed team with a lot more quality players, players who can get in and behind that defense. Strong forwards such as Mbolo as well. An okay midfield. I mean, we know Xhaka for Switzerland, he's a different Xhaka than he is for Arsenal. So I think it will be more of a challenge, much more of a challenge than what they got against Turkey. And yeah, it should be an interesting game. But I think how it's going to end up is how we actually predicted how it would be, that Italy would go through and Switzerland would actually go through second. I mean, it all depends on if Wales can bag this result actually and get a result in today. If they can't, then yeah, I think it's Switzerland and Italy, and that will be it.
Yeah, no, big facts. You know what? I want to get into the Portugal stuff and their French, but I know we can't really do that without John. And I believe Ed should be making. I mean, Jeff, I heard that Ed's been sending for you on Instagram and stuff. He's been reaching out to you. He's been.
Yes.
So what's he been saying? Tell the people that don't know what's going on. Tell us.
I have no clue what he's saying, if I'm honest. This is the first I'm hearing about it.
So apparently he's been tagging you and stuff on Instagram. Talking about how Ronaldo's better than I don't know. He was reaching out. He's saying, Jeff, what do you think? He's kept messaging, reaching out to you and stuff. But I didn't see a reply from you, so I thought you could address him now, and hopefully we'll be getting him on today anyway.
Oh, how could R9 possibly be better? How? I don't know what I'm meant to do with that, if I'm honest. Your guy scored 2 goals. Don't get me wrong. No one said CR7's a bum, but it's a pen, and I didn't even see the other goal. But the
other goal was quality.
It was good.
Yeah, it was a good team goal. It was a good team goal.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why this warranted an R9 attack, but Ed has to speak to that. I don't know. I'm just a guy who appears on live every now and then.
So I don't know if people know, but obviously John's about to come on, and I'm just looking at the banner he's put up for us, and I'm seeing 5 Ronaldos, and this is not recent Ronaldos either, CR7. These are Barcelona. So I thought Portugal was a whole team. I didn't know Portugal was just Ronaldo. So I swear Bruno played. I swear that Jota played. Even Diaz had a good game. Pepe kept a clean sheet, and you could tell I was splitting game for them in terms of keeping a clean sheet. I'm pretty sure we should be seeing a lot more Portuguese players here, but hey,
I think it's because the fact that Ronaldo is close to becoming the all-time top goal scorer for international club. I think he's behind what's his name, Ali Adey, who's an Iranian player who's got the most international goals. Well, Ronaldo, I think, is about just a couple goals behind him now, so he could actually become that all-time international top goal scorer, which a lot of people will then say it may trigger the conversation, is he the actual GOAT, the greatest of all time? And that is a conversation that I believe can be had. Definitely can be. Yes, John.
Yes. Sorry, guys. Yeah, listen.
John is with
I need to sort my Wi-Fi, man. I need to get this mesh Wi-Fi that everyone's talking about, bro. Because this is crazy stuff, man.
You're saying still on dial-up, yeah?
Bro, I don't know. Yeah, man. Oh, man, this Wi-Fi is driving me crazy. I can't even lie, man. I've been here for 10 minutes and it's just been doing nothing. But yeah, man.
John,
Yeah, you know,
so-
I was gonna say, Julio, I heard you say like, why does the pictures of the Ronaldo? And that's because he became the first guy to score the €5, and each one of those Ronaldos from each one of those Euros.
For a minute there, I thought that was Ed doing that banner thing, and I thought we're expecting him to come on today. What's going on?
No, Ed might be coming on. He just came back from gym. That's why.
Okay.
He'll have his piece to say. I know he wants to speak to Jeff, but yeah.
So, he went gym, so he chose violence, yeah.
Why would he like to speak to me? Like, I don't know what this adds. Like, don't get me like. You felt this way anyway, so are you gonna message me every time CR7 scores? Like, what's gonna happen?
I think he might. I think knowing Ed, he actually might still. But yeah, what did you guys make of the game yesterday anyway? Who watched it?
Which one? Portugal game.
Portugal's game.
All right. So, do you know what? Let me let you go first, Jay. Oh, one of the Jays. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was God.
I mean, Jeff was going to say something, I think.
Yeah, I was just saying. I'd say I watched parts. I didn't actually watch the full game, so I saw like clips here and there. If I'm honest, I was kind of busy, so I didn't get a chance to watch the full game. But from what I did see, Portugal played pretty well. Of course, Ronaldo is going to take the plaudits and the headlines. 2 goals. Congrats to him on being the first player to score in €5. That should be said. He's how many goals off becoming the top European goal scorer?
I think it's a few top scorer.
Altogether, full stop.
Yeah, top
international goal scorer, full stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just done it last night. Yeah,
because the actual holder of that is an Iranian player.
Yeah, so how many goals isn't it?
Ali Ade, yeah.
So how many goals has he actually scored? Ronaldo international.
106.
Yeah, listen. It don't matter if you're not his biggest fan. You must respect that. 106 international goals is madness. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Yeah. So salute to him. But Portugal. I don't know. I still don't fancy them to win it or anything. I guess we'll talk about the main game in a bit. That's more what I was interested in rather than Portugal, Hungary, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah. Do you know? I mean, Jeff makes a good point. I actually felt more discouraged about Portugal after that game than I did before. I didn't think they were good at all. Because Hungary, I didn't think were good either. But yeah, what did you make of it, Julio?
Yeah, so just on what you said, I was literally gonna reiterate the same thing. If when you looked at that lineup, I thought we all sent a lineup to each other, and we all looked at it and thought, "Oh, cool. Look at that attack. Cool. Look at that midfield. Look at that defense. They should be okay." I mean, I think the only thing they can take away potentially is keeping a clean sheet, really, and obviously getting those last goals. But realistically, if you look at the bigger picture, Hungary was there to be taken throughout start to finish. It shouldn't take you to the last 10 minutes of the game, panic mode, because regardless of this, they needed to get the win. Because we know we're going up against Germany, we know they're going up against France, and if they get a draw or something from that, they potentially won't get third best. So regardless now, realistically, they're in a good position, even if they do get third. Let's say they get smacked by Germany and France. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't that impressed, bro. I got to be real with y'all. So I mean, yeah, I wasn't that impressed as well, John. I have to be honest with you. I mean, Ronaldo missed an open goal. First of all, I think we all saw that. Straight into him. But it was straight into him. The tap in went over the bar. What else, man? I mean, Jota had a poor game. I had to be real with you. Jota had a poor game. Bruno doing what Bruno does. When it comes to the big games, not existing. So yeah.
Shots.
But all in all, you know me, I look at the defense and everything. Diaz got a yellow card and everything, which was deserved. But again, he had a good game. He held it down. I mean, it wasn't his biggest challenge. Let's be real. John's going to come back in a bit, guys. But just to finish off, Diaz wasn't his biggest challenge when it comes to strikers coming up against them and everything. I think you got to agree with me there. And Pepe do what Pepe does, doing the thing, making sure he does the sweeper, keep them sweeper stuff. Do you know what I mean? And Diaz plays the ball, and it was beautiful to watch, man. It was good to watch, and the left back as well getting a goal, So yeah, I mean, all in all, good performance, but I expected more from them, especially against Hungary, man. I expected them to demolish them in the beginning, not at the end. But regardless, they still got 3 goals, 3 points, which puts you in a good position. What are you saying, Rash?
Well, I wasn't impressed with Portugal at all. Considering I saw the lineup that they had, I thought it was going to be like a destruction. I thought they were going to destroy Hungary. But Hungary actually looked very dangerous on the attack against Portugal. Hence why Diaz had to get the yellow card because of the type of attack that they had. I mean, they were bringing out fouls in the defense. Portugal, every time they got the ball, they would slow the play down. And it would seem like they'd want to build. They was taking a lot of time to build up the play, to build up to the attack. When in reality, they had enough skill and ability to actually take them down quite quickly. And as you said, it should have been a good few goals before they actually did score. From the first half and the beginning part of the second half as well, they had a few chances. But Hungary also looked very dangerous on the break as well. They looked very quick. As a matter of fact, for large periods of the game, they actually seemed like they dominated the possession as well, which was kind of weird. It took like about the 80th minute or so for Portugal to finally wake up and let their skill and ability do the talking for them. And I think the goal, the 3-0 scoreline was very flattering for them compared to how they actually played. As you said, Jota, he had a stinker. He wasn't really playing well at all. I expected a little bit more from Bernardo Silva, but he seemed to be playing the ball a lot of sideway balls rather than a lot of forward balls as well. Ronaldo's touch really let him down, and sometimes you could see that he wanted the ball a lot, so he'll come back to retrieve the ball, but he would then play the ball backwards rather than forward. So it was quite boring for long periods of time, especially when you're expecting something good from them as well. Again, they did wake up in the last 10-15 minutes and managed to bang out the scoreline, which ended up being 3-0. Kudos to Cristiano Ronaldo for being so consistent. Do you know what I mean? But that last goal that they did score was brilliant. It was a brilliant team goal. There must have been no less than about 11 touches between the team. And in and around the box, it must have been at least about 7 touches before they scored the goal. And it was really good. And you could see the changes in them when they made the substitutes. They bring on
Rafael.
Rafa,
yeah, that's it. Rafa.
They bang on Rafa and they bang on is it Sanchez? My man with the Sanchez, yeah. And when they bring these guys on, it made the difference. And they started playing some ball. Rafa came on really energetic. Touch would let him down a few times, but he would dubs a few players, which was really good. It kind of, when they came on, they bring a lot of energy into the game that wasn't there beforehand. And it was actually those two who was actually part of the build-up of the third goal, that sick goal that the team scored, that Ronaldo scored rather. They must have had at least about 4 touches within that little period of time as well. Building it up from the right-hand side along the edge of the box and then playing it through, eventually going to centre and then being squared to Ronaldo, which was a terrific goal. He took his time with it and showed his class with it. A cool head, cool finish. But yeah, it hasn't made me feel that Portugal are going to be a dominant team at all. They really need to up their game.
They're going to retain the title then, or not?
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Unless they up the ante a bit. I think they're out of there. They may get out of the group if they can pull out a draw against Germany, which I actually think they will do. And then it's all on Germany to see if they can beat Hungary. But like I say, Hungary seems to be the battery dolly of the group, man.
That's funny. Battery dolly.
So Flynn said we just found out that there's 3 goals away from the most international goals, and I know he keeps putting you on because he's tired of speaking about it. If he's so tired, why you keep tagging Jeff?
It makes sense, sir.
No, big up Ed. Hopefully Ed will come on today and speak about CR7. But if not, he doesn't, but it don't matter. But yeah, man, it's mad. I'm just seeing Wales. Wales has just scored another goal, so that's game over, right?
Mm-hmm. They were all over Turkey for the last 4 or 5 minutes.
So who's Turkey got in the last game then? Who they got? Is it Switzerland?
I think it
it will be Switzerland. Yeah,
it is.
Okay.
My stream went haywire, so I lost that. I didn't see that goal.
No, how could Ronaldo and Mourinho not start? I mean, do you expect these guys? Do you guys expect these guys to start, or is it just me?
Coutinho, he must mean. Moutinho. Yeah, Moutinho came on and he was part of the game. I think was it Moutinho actually squared the ball to Ronaldo?
No, that was Rafa.
Was it Rafa?
Like even what you said, I agree with you about roughly about 11 touches all in all. And if you look at it, Ronaldo was majority of those touches. He played it in, played it out, give it back to me, played it in, give it back to me.
Yeah,
so that's what you would like to see,
Yeah, and it's good that it was good that he came on with a lot of energy and with a lot of skill and demanding the ball a lot of the pitch. I mean, he definitely wanted to prove that he should be a starter within the team, and he did show that when he did come onto the pitch. So kudos to Ronaldo Sanchez as well.
They don't warrant a start. If you look at the team, though, like there's William Carvalho, Danilo Pereira. Those are the holding mids. There's Jota, Bruno Fernandes, Silva, and Ronaldo. So I don't know if it's a thing where they deserve to start. Like maybe just based off yesterday, maybe that's changed everyone's opinion. But if you look at that team, Ronaldo Sanchez doesn't start over anybody there. Neither does Rafa.
Yeah, but was it Silva actually came off for Silva as well, didn't he? So he got subbed as well for the other Silva. But yeah, look, the game was very flat, and I think it may have been the fact that they had the two holding midfielders there. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That was the reason why. Maybe they need someone from the midfield that's gonna do a bit more work and do what they've and provide that little bit of energy that they was missing in the first half and through most of the second half as well. I mean, there was a lot of side play. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I just think they just need a little bit more creativity, which is kind of weird. They had Ronaldo on the pitch, they had Ronaldo on the pitch, they had Jota on the pitch, they had all these players on the pitch, but the creativity was nil.
That's crazy.
So do you think them playing 2 DMs is kind of a bad move for them or a good move?
Yeah, I think it's a bad move. I mean, you need Carvalho. You need him on the pitch. You know what I'm trying to say? As far as I'm concerned, like because he does something in that midfield that others don't. He brings a certain strength to the midfield. But do they need Pereira there as well? Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think they need both.
Is their backline good enough where they can have one holding mid?
I think the backline is decent.
The backline was good. It wasn't really under pressure. Like I said, look, Hungary had a lot of chances and their attack was vigorous when they was on the attack. A lot high energy, high intensity when they was on the attack. But I think Diaz and Pepe held them. They did their job. Okay, they brought out a few fouls in them. Do you know what I mean? As you can see, but I think in reality there was no problem. Diaz actually almost got sent off because he actually put in some mad challenges in the second half.
He was putting in some mad tackles still.
Yeah. So he's very fortunate, which you kind of would expect from a Pepe actually. But Pepe was very level-headed yesterday. Very level-headed.
I can't lie. Pepe wasn't playing like a 36-year-old.
He wasn't.
He wasn't still. He looked very athletic still. I can't lie. But yeah, man. I mean, listen. Before we touch on the France-Germany game, which I didn't think was a bad game, I thought it was a good, intense game. I think one of you mentioned at the beginning. Make sure to smash the likes, people, and obviously subscribe and all that good stuff. What would a second Euros do for Ronaldo? If he were to win a second Euros, does that open up the GOAT debate? Does that seal him as the best European player ever? I mean, maybe we already have him as the best European player ever. What would a second Euros? And obviously, for me personally, he can't be carried to a second Euros. He needs to kind of do what he was doing yesterday, be a key contributor. Because if he's just going along for the ride, it's not the same as playing a key contribution. So if he is able to do that, 36, win a second Euros, what are we saying? Where does he cement the goal status? Does he cement top 5, best European player ever? What's the first thing that comes to your minds? Whoever wants to take it away first.
You know what? Like, for me, it does nothing. But not in a rude way, because I've seen enough. Like, Ronaldo could have a terrible 3 years, it doesn't matter. He could have an amazing 3 years, it doesn't matter. Like, in my head, like, the guys who I rate the highest, they have the longevity anyway. So it doesn't add anything else to him. It may for other people, it may cement their argument that he's the best player ever. For me, it doesn't. I have him where I have him, and that probably won't change. Like, the best European, he probably is. In terms of the best player ever, it might, for me, he probably is never going to be that. Like, because the longevity of him and other people is, I've seen enough of them, and it's just not going to change at this point.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And you know what? Yeah, I think Ed's asking who's the best European player. I think the people that can debate with him are Zidane. I mean, apart from Zidane, who else is competing with him on a European level?
That's it for me.
That is it, literally.
It's just Zidane, in it. So yeah, one of them two. So yeah. But I guess let me ask you. Obviously, Jeff, you kind of touched on it there. But let me ask you, Rash and Jalil. Is there a difference for you two between being better and someone being greater? Because I think we will all probably agree that Messi's better than Ronaldo. But is there a difference between saying somebody's greater than someone else? Because when you add in the leadership and all their accomplishments and everything else, what do you guys think about that?
Gonzalo.
Yeah. So my thing with this is just to touch on the Messi and Ronaldo thing. I think Messi was obviously born with talent. We can all agree to that, right? Whereas for me, hard work will always. I edge human jump on, bro. I know you got a lot to say, but back to the guy that I can see the comments, even guy that Jeff has.
You
go on, go on.
Yeah, no. So hard work. For me, will always be talent. Like, the harder you work will always be talent. Like, for example, with Ronaldo being captain of the Portugal team, and we can go back to the other Euros, regardless of him getting injured and coming off. Like, the way he was still, like, he could have sat back and been crying and be like, "Oh, my Euros is done. Let's see if the boys can do the business." Do you know what I mean? He was in the forefront of things. It's like he was still on the pitch. Like, do you know what I mean? Sam said that, and even yesterday's game, people were making mistakes, and I said this before. Jota had a poor game, in my opinion, a really poor game. But Ronaldo was getting onto him. I'm not gonna lie, if it was a Banyang as a captain, he would be like, do you know what I mean? But Ronaldo was getting onto the man, like, listen, we could do this if you just keep your head up. Do you know what I mean? Just keep your head up and do the business. And that's what he done with Jota. The ball came in. Obviously, he got a goal. He got 2 goals, sorry. Obviously, with the penalty and the team goal at the end. So for me, Ronaldo top 5 is always in a debate for me. Ronaldo over Zidane. Yeah, I think Ronaldo's the best European player I've ever seen in my time. I have to be totally honest here. Zidane was there. Zidane is always there. Zidane's always there. And I can throw in other names as well. I can throw in the Xavis and Iniestas as well, because they've done it in a role and stuff. They've done the back-to-back. Some teams haven't done that. So, yeah, all in all, man, Ronaldo's there for me, man. He's there for me.
Yeah. Even touching on a little what you're saying about him motivating his squad. Semedo played some horrid balls in yesterday. He played some terrible balls, and you can see. Awful, and he was. I think he was trying too hard to play Ronaldo in as well. He just really wanted to do it, and you could see the frustration in Ronaldo's face. However, he kept his cool. Do you know what I mean? And it's very hard to keep your cool in those situations and not just cuss out the man who keeps on playing the same dead balls that's not working. Do you know what I mean? And still encourage them to keep their head up and to continue. Do you know what I mean? To the point where he played, Semedo didn't lose any confidence at all. He still was getting the ball a lot, asking for the ball a lot, playing around with it in regards to the build-up as well. So, yeah, Ronaldo's much more of a born leader than, let's just say, a Messi, as you was comparing him to there.
Yeah, facts.
Well, let me comment on. Yes, we've got a quick shout out from Falek.
Salute.
Gentlemen, big up the fellas, John, Jalil, Jeff, best till last. Rash, come on, Balak in the building. Also, we're surprised that Portugal won. Balak, just in a nutshell, just to explain what the boys were saying. We're not surprised the slightest that they won, but I think we all said it in a nutshell that we all expected them to win, but it wasn't as convincing as we thought. I mean, if anyone wants to touch on that for Balak just quickly, or if I said it all, I don't know.
You said it all for me.
Yeah, you pretty much said it all, and we think that the goal score was a bit flattering compared to how they played, but we all expected them to win anyway.
And I said also I'm going to try and be here for the full thing because the games were a madness. It's like just get here when you can, man. You're showing up and showing love is all we need, man. Whenever you come, even at the beginning of the show, the end of the show, I think the boys will agree with me, man. It's all love. It's all love.
Always.
R9 over Ronaldo. Okay, it started.
And here we go.
Ed.
So Ed, when you jumping in, fella, because
he's changing topic. This is so disrespectful.
He's steaming in front of his computer right now.
Oh.
Stop shouting from the sidelines and come on the show, man.
There we go. This is dissing people. Who's just a fly? I need that real crack 8.
As you can see, Hassan laughing. So it's all banter, people. It's all banter. This is what the real talk community is like. People will get onto you, bro. You better say the right stuff in this chat, but I'll be honest. But yeah, man. I mean, is there much more to touch on? I mean, I think John wanted to elaborate on his point with R9. I think we've said enough. Do you know what I mean? What do you think?
No, I think he was going to comment on whether Cristiano is the best European player of all time, and I think statistically he's got the greatest shout to say so. Look, we know Zizou is a different type of class of player. What he brings to the game is different. He brings a sort of different type of quality. He was a captain as well. Captain at the highest, he was at the Real Madrid. He got France to back-to-back victories with the Euros and the World Cup as well. So and a lot of people always forget that as well. So he's done something that Ronaldo has never done, which is win a World Cup. And we have to take that into consideration as well. And obviously, they're two different type of players. They got two different type of inputs. Ronaldo's actually expected to provide a lot of goals. Do you know what I mean, in the game, because he is the goal scorer, whereas Zizou, he's supposed to provide a lot of quality, a lot of assists, I'm trying to say, and be capo and be that player to look to strive forward, which he was, but when we're talking about what has Ronaldo done in European football, I think it's something that's unquestionable. To say that it's amazing. He's brought something to the game that no one else has ever brought to the game. He is the epitome of hard work and where it can get you, from being a skinny lad from Portugal with just twinkle toes to being one of the most dominant footballers of all time. So toss up between him and Zidane, it might be difficult for me because Zidane's like my favorite player. You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to probably say he is, but if we look at it from a proper perspective, Ronaldo probably is the best European player of all time.
I agree. I think he has to be.
Yeah.
Just from what he's done, club level. 106 international goals is no small feat.
It's not at all.
And he's 36 and he's still going. So you can't knock it. No, you just can't. I would say Zidane probably, he's in my top 3 favorite footballers ever for sure. Just because of the ability, you can't be that slow and violate everybody. It just shouldn't make any sense. But
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Ronaldo's transition from tricky winger who could have ended up like a Denilson to an effective, efficient goal scorer is one of the best transitions you'll see. For me,
big facts. But what were we saying about Gareth Bale, though, man? I mean, I know we touched on him before, but getting 2 goals, two assists, and obviously, are we calling it a world-class performance, boys? Are we?
No, I don't think he played very. I don't actually think he played very well today. Actually, I don't think he played well. I I think he lost the ball quite a few times actually, and I think you can tell that his age has caught up with him because players who he normally would have dust out, he just couldn't. He actually couldn't. But the assists that he did set up, they were quality assists, and he did his part. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's a world-class performance, but he's done his bit to get. I think it's actually cemented Wales' a ticket to the next round. To be honest, so we'll see how he continues the tournament, and let's see if he goes from stride to stride, and if he can do what Jalil thinks he can do, shall we say?
Wait, go on, elaborate. What do I think he can do?
Well, you think Bale's like amazing, and I just think Bale is a good player, a very good player. So you know what I mean. So
I'll say this: I think Bale is better than Hazard.
Yep, you said that with your chest a couple times.
I've been saying this.
You don't believe it?
Well, his accolades say he is 100%.
No. As a player, forget the accolades. Let's go for tech. Just before I do that, and we've got loads of people watching us now. Can we please smash the like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed? Ed's still getting onto the boys. Ed saying it's a top. Obviously, you're saying a toss up between Zidane and thing. He goes, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I did at the end say that Ronaldo is probably the best European footballer of all time. So
can we say that he said he's buoying me when you said it about Ronaldo? That's how you know the man really loves Ronaldo.
Is that a red card statement I just said about
Bale better than Hazard?
Bale over Hazard. Is that a red card? I mean, is it not for debate? I mean, surely it's a debate, surely.
Look, in regards to the, Hazard's decline, I mean, since he's gone to Real Madrid, who is he? We don't know. And what we know is that Gareth Bale, when he left Tottenham and went to Real Madrid, he elevated a couple levels, and he is to the point where he's now being in the conversation of being one of the best players as well. So, it's definitely not a red card. It's definitely an easy. To me, you might actually have a point to say that he is better than Hazard. Yeah.
So everyone's getting onto me in the chat now because of what I said. So as you can see, now Bale can't create like Hazard. I think we saw that Bale created 2 today.
The question is when last did Hazard create anything? Let's throw that to John.
Wait.
What, Hazard?
Yeah, when last did he create anything?
Boy, just before he left Chelsea, innit? So 2019.
Europa League final,
2019, but to be fair, now Bale turned up today. I think he was man of the match. Obviously, even for Bale, this is his first game since 2018 for him as well. So yeah. But
some next legendary player. No, just no. I big up DJ.
And I saw Fala big up Rash earlier as well when my thing was frozen.
Hold on. DJ, you're my guy, bro. Come on, bro. Hold on. You rate Hazard over Bale? Do you know what, John?
What he's saying is right. Bale can't create like Hazard. Luckily, football's got more elements than just creating.
And like you said, and if creation is all that Hazard has, he hasn't done it since he's left Chelsea. So that's saying a lot as well.
There's so many. I could do this debate so many different ways, but I'll leave it for today. I've said enough about Bale on my time on the show.
But Bale can't create that Hazard. Yet in a game where they struggle to get goals, he created both.
Yeah, but they're saying like Hazard. They're 2 different types of player when it comes to creativity, aren't they? And I think Hazard does have a little bit more elements to his game when it does come to that. But when you're talking about all attributes of a player, Bale has a lot more attributes to his game than Hazard does, as we can clearly see.
Bale's got more attributes, but Hazard's a better player.
That's what I was going to say.
But Bale does have more all-around attributes.
That's what I was going to
say. He can head, he's quicker, he's stronger. But in terms of as a pure footballer, it's a no contest. But they both, it's a good debate. But boy, that could take up a lot of time. I can't lie.
Obviously, we're not going to do it now. But I think when we do this debate, right, we should go for attributes. We should go for anything. We should speak about every single thing and then see who weighs up higher. Then we go to accolades. Then we go to individual performances. That's the way you debate, right?
Because the thing is, like Marley here, big on Marley saying Bale can carry you more, has more work ethic. Bale's never proven that he can carry a team more than Hazard. Bale's been part of a better team and contributed to a great team, which has its own value. Because sometimes people underestimate thinking you can just walk into a great team and contribute. It's not like that. We've seen Coutinho flop at Barcelona. We've seen Griezmann flop at Barcelona. So, I mean, it's a good debate. It's a good debate. But, I think it's definitely one that we definitely need both people on both sides of it. Bale side, the Hazard side, and maybe someone on the rational side, like in the middle, that can look at both points of view. Because I think with Bale and Hazard, they're players that I don't know, it feels like you kind of need to be on one end or the other type of thing. Maybe because you don't have to be, but it feels like it.
For me, be honest, I like Hazard better than I like Bale, and you don't know that. So
yeah. But I mean, I
can hear that.
Yeah, I think I think the section's definitely popping up saying Bale's crud. Yeah, no, 100%. Bale is crud. No one can deny that. You can see he's by far Wales' best player, like not even close. Bale's a beast.
John, I think Jeff and Rash has got to take off. I think me and you can carry on the show. But
I was just gonna put up the France thing because obviously I want him to touch on that.
Yeah.
Because obviously my connections kind of messed everything up. I was just gonna bring up the France beating Germany 1-0. As I said, it was a tight game, but I thought Germany were better than I'd expected because people had a lot of bad things to say about them before the tournament. But I didn't think they played that bad. They just lacked a little bit of poultice up front. Listen, Hassan, hope you're good, bro. We're going to be doing this question and a separate show still. I think this is worth...
It's worth a good 45 minutes.
It's going to worth a good 45 minutes. Ronaldo's probably the best. Yeah, I'm done. 5 Ballon d'Ors while Messi was his prime and was robbed of his 6. I can't believe this. Listen, I think we all said Ronaldo is the best. So I don't know what you guys were saying when I was off. So I don't know what you guys were saying.
Angry at nothing.
Bro, Ed wants us to get on our knees, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh, man.
Rash and Jeff, what did you guys make of the France game? Obviously, Pogba got man of the match, but and he was brilliant. But obviously, I thought Kante was good as well. And I thought Varane and Kimpembe at the back were very, very solid as well. Talk to me and smash the likes, people. Smash the likes.
All right,
Jeff. Go ahead, Jeff.
It was very, very good game. Very, very good game. France kind of showed why they're the tournament favorites to me. Pogba was ridiculous. I'll say that. Ridiculous. Like that pass. You're not meant to do stuff like that. Pass was ridiculous. He had fun all game. He literally. This is why Pogba annoys me. I'll say that because he's got this. But then when you see him in a club season, I know people say he hasn't got the same support as he does with France. But at the same time, my guy, this is like literally chalk and cheese. Like it's two completely different players. He showed why he is on his day. He's one of the best in the world. Like he was outstanding. I would say Griezmann as well, for a different reason, was also outstanding. Griezmann was working his socks off. He's playing like he don't want to lose his place. He was great. Mbappe, that's the heir to the throne, man. Like I wish that goal was allowed because I don't know who that defender was, but he stood him up, he sat him down, he stood him up again, then he called it in. I don't know who that defender is, but I just gave me Boateng vibes against Messi.
No. Not to that level. Not to that level, Jeff.
I can't be right next to you and then I get a yard and a half free in the box. Like,
bro, Boateng dropped the opposite direction to how he was going.
That Ginter one's not far behind.
On his own thing.
I went out to watch the game yesterday. I was screaming in that pub wherever I was.
Yeah. It was a mad goal.
It's not meant to happen to you, my guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Germany, yeah, like you said, that they kind of lacked a little bit up front. I actually think they would have benefited more from starting Werner, to be honest, just to stretch France a little bit. And I'll just say this now: I don't want to see Sane again this tournament.
Wow,
bro, we're gonna get on to Sane still, because obviously I think Rash had him in his Euro draft. So obviously we'll let Rash touch on him, because Rash has been doing well so far. Rash has been doing well. Obviously, I can't talk, bro. My left winger didn't even start, so I can't talk. So yeah, but
Rash, who do you have at left back?
Ben Davis. So he did well today. Well,
Davis played all right today. Davis has had he's had 2 good games, to be honest.
you know what? If we knew, we should have done with the Euro draft teams we had. We should have done a fantasy for it.
We should have. We really should.
It's
have.
not too late.
And that's why
I'm still gonna get some time. It's not too late.
That's why I asked you. I said, "What are we doing with this? Was this just for people just to pick which one's the best, or are we doing something with this?"
Let's take that offline then. Let's do that.
It's not too late. It's not too late. I'll have a look at it, because it's not. I don't think it'll be too difficult. But let me read out some of the comments before I come on to Rash. KD saying Muller, big up KD, by the way, saying Muller and Gnabry shocking. Werner, Sane, and Havertz will give that Portuguese defense nightmares. I actually thought Havertz was bad yesterday, and I like Havertz a lot. I thought he wasn't good yesterday. He was a bit sleepy. Yeah. Hassan saying Varane was immense, 100%. Ed saying Crystal really got to bite Pogba. Yeah, probably after Pogba ripped him. Hassan saying Henry-esque finish. Yeah. I can't lie. The more I watch Mbappe, the more I realize Henry was better still.
Still early.
He's had early, but
yeah,
technique-wise, I think Henry's a bit better still.
Yeah, 100.
Technique-wise.
Henry at 22, Henry was he wasn't this.
Yeah, he wasn't this. That's hard. Yeah, very good. France are not a threat without Pogba. I see where that's coming from. Pogba's the one that passes it forward from the middle. A big up Otis saying on Instagram, you put my right back as Mbappe instead of Aspie. Yeah, Jalil's already told me about this as well. Yeah, that was my one mistake.
I thought you fixed that, man. You still didn't fix that, no?
Nah, I didn't fix that still, because I would have had to redo it and people go back. I said, you know what? It's one player. It's the right back. Maybe that's firmable. But we know. So, yeah, we know. I was going to suggest you guys pick our team of all the best players in this Euro. We're going to do that at the end. We're going to do a special show for that. And Hassan saying without Kante as well, Pogba only shines mainly because of Kante. So yeah, Rash, talk to me, man. Like obviously Sane, as Jeff said, he doesn't want him to play again in the tournament, which is a bit harsh. But what did you make of the game?
So the people in the comments are 100% right, man. The players that they've all mentioned were terrific. I mean, Varane had such a sick game at the back. Like he was an amazing. Like he had a sick game. Like some of the stops that he made, and even his dribbling, he would dribble in the mad situation. Like, I was like, bro, what is this guy even doing? Like, he is sick. Like, Varane had a really good game. Kimpembe was very solid as well. I felt like Germany they actually played good, and they made a good account for themselves. It's just they was really lacking in the final third, man. It's like they done well in the defense, until they started playing that really high line, and then Mbappe started ripping them to shreds. But they were kind of good in defense, and the midfield was dominant a lot of the time. They enjoyed a lot of the ball, but it just seemed like in and around the box they just didn't know what to do. They had no option, and as Jeff said, it probably would have been better for them to start with Werner, even though I know he probably would have had a million shots and hit the post once. But it's just one of those things, you know what I'm trying to say. You learn from the games that you play, and you know what to do next time. But France, like Kante was amazing. There was a time when I think Kante lost the ball and it looked like they were gone, but they weren't gone. He quickly got the ball back as well and managed to play the ball through. Pogba, like levels. And I think it was you, Jeff, who said that Pogba's going to have a really shit tournament, yeah?
I did.
But Pogba did what Pogba does for France. You know what I'm saying? He shows his class. He shows his ability. Like, he's unplayable. Like, I just think he's like on such a different level compared to other players when he's playing for France. And you know what? I'm so glad that you pointed out Antoine. Antoine played sick. He was brilliant. Sick. He was just everywhere. It's like he had a free role position, He was making tackles. He was grabbing the ball. He was dribbling. He was picking it up from the defense and playing a couple passes out in order for the attack to begin. Like, all right, he didn't pop off any shots that was really troubling for Neuer or anything like that. But as a team player, he, as far as I'm concerned, he was as active as Kante and Pogba. Those three was the standout players. Oh, and Varane. I think those four was the standout players in the team. Benzema, I think he had a good start. It was a good little opener for him. Could have got on the score sheet. I saw it was offside from a mile away though, so I knew it wasn't going to be a goal. Mbappe, he's just
the Pogba thing.
Every time Mbappe touched the ball, like my missus was like, "Why you keep saying Kylian? Why you keep saying Kylian?" because every time he touched the ball, I was like, "Let's go!" He would just dubs up a defender, like breeze down that wing, and do things that we know he can. When he scored that goal, I mean, my jaw dropped because that was quality. Yeah, the way he just dubbed up, is it Quinta? The way he just
Quinta, yeah.
The way he dubs him up and managed to curl that ball along the floor, past the keeper to hit the post and go in. I was just like, that is amazing. But it was offside, and I kind of saw that as well. I was thinking, that ball looked a bit sus. But I think it's who was it that delayed that ball? Was it Pogba who delayed that ball?
Pogba,
yeah. So I think if he had just not gone backwards first, because he got the ball, went back, and then played it forward. If he had done it straight away, it would have been a terrific goal, man. Amazing goal. But France, like Jeff said, they showed why they're the team to beat, why they are going to be the dominant force in this tournament. They did good against a good German squad. Gnabry, he could have got a couple. Could have got a couple, man.
Big miss.
Yeah, big miss. He tried to do the hit. I don't know if he meant to do the hit into the ground, do the Ozil or not, or whether he just hit it a bit wrong. But it could have gone in the goal because it beat the keeper, but it also beat the crossbar as well. He had a good game. I think he played well. And as much as people saying Muller didn't play well, or someone in the comments said Muller didn't play well, I think Muller played really good, especially for the fact that he is the age that he is. I think he played well. He put himself about. Cruz as well. I think he played a good game as well. But I just believe that France is just too good, like too good, and I believe this tournament will be theirs because I can't see another team that's going to be stronger than them in the midfield. Definitely not in the defense. And going forward, they didn't score, but look, it's only going to be a matter of time that Mbappe is going to put one in, Benzema's going to put one in. It's a matter of time.
Yeah. No, 100%. I think that was beautifully narrated, actually. I think that you went over the game perfectly from both the French and the German point of view. And I think, there's a lot more to call from France, but appreciate, Jeff, you need to jump out. So I guess for you, just a quick one. What game are you looking forward to most this week? Obviously, we're back on Friday. So, or is there anyone that you're looking forward to watching in particular before you dust off? Obviously, be wary. Ed is in the comments.
You know what? I want to see England and Scotland.
I knew you were going to say that.
And not for reasons of my bet. I just think it's going to be an entertaining game.
Yeah.
I think, Portugal, Germany again is another game which I'd like to see. Like I said, Sane, I don't want to see that afro on my screen again. You stay on the bench. Don't want to see you again.
Hey, Jeff is moving harsh.
Nah,
was it when he touched it off to the sideline? Yeah, that was it, isn't it?
No, it's just his attitude. Like I understand now.
Yeah, his attitude.
You know what? His attitude looks stink from when he was standing on the sideline about to come in, and he was getting directions on what to do. He looked like he was badding up the coach. Saying,
the coach.
That's my problem. Because there's a reason. Because we all wondered, like especially when he had that one season for City, that all right, why is he in and out of the team? He must start. But there's reasons. Like there's a reason why Germany didn't have you in their team for 2 years. There's a reason why Guardiola didn't keep you. There's a reason why Bayern don't start you now, and there's a reason why Germany don't start you now. Like your attitude has to improve. It doesn't matter about your ability, and you kind of showed again. Like you came on the pitch for half an hour and you didn't offer anything. Anything.
Yep.
I don't know
well
what to
said.
say.
Well said, man. But yeah, so I think that's Jeff done for today.
Jeff,
but obviously,
got my
back on
guy.
Friday. See you on
Yeah,
Friday,
definitely.
my broski. Take
Yeah,
care,
lads,
G.
take it
Take
easy.
care.
Easy.
Take care. But yeah, man. So obviously, let me read out some of the comments before I come back onto Rash and Jalil. Big on Marley saying Pogba needs to leave United and join PSG. He's world class and is wasting his time in United where he is winning nothing. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to touch on to next. Hassan saying Italy or France winning the Euros, in my opinion. I'm not there on Italy yet. I need to see more against a better team because the way Turkey played against Wales today, they were even worse than they were against Italy, I thought. So, yeah, I can't lie. Yeah, Turkey, boy, they're going out. They're going out still. Just sad to be. I wanted them to go through, but yeah, smash the likes, people. But yeah, quick last topic. Obviously, Pogba. That we're asking the question here: is Paul Pogba wasting the prime of his career at Man United? Now, obviously, Rash, I know you got to jump out imminently as well, so I'll let you have the first say before me and Jalil wrap it up. So yeah, man, talk to me.
Look, man, I think with Paul Pogba, he thrives in an atmosphere where he's appreciated. Yeah, where people respect him, where the fans are behind him, and where people know he's class and expect him to do well, he shines. And that's why he shines so well for France. He's got the whole country behind him, like they love Pogba over there. And I believe that if he goes to somewhere where they will give him that sort of status, that respect, because look, the English media have killed him. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And they've killed him from the get-go. Manchester United fans have got onto him as well. Opposition fans, because we know what he can bring, and the fact that he hasn't managed to show that at Manchester United, we're on to him as well. England's a very tough place to play football, especially when you're someone who thrives off of the audience, and that's what Pogba is. He's a showman, you know, and the type of audience that we have over in England is not for everyone, especially with people who really want love. But so yeah, I do think he's wasting a lot of his prime years staying at United. He does need to kick rocks in regards to that team, because playing under a manager like Ole, who, as we've already said, or me and you, John, have said, that he's tactically inept. We don't believe that he is the mastermind behind any success that Manchester United have had over the last 2 seasons. I think under a great coach, in a great team, in a country which loves him, if he was to go to PSG, I think we would see a Pogba that's even better than a Pogba at Juventus, but a Pogba that is the one that plays for France. I think we'll see that one week in, week out.
Yeah, no, well said. And I think obviously, just before you rush off, obviously Hassan saying Pogba at Liverpool City will be crazy. I think Pogba at City would be mad. But obviously, I got to read out this comment from our bro, RX. We all know who this is, which is crazy, saying, I only like Pogba because he's black, but the guy is bang average. Wijnaldum over Pogba, no bias. He ain't a Liverpool player anymore. I think this statement is...
Can we block him? Can we block him?
Yeah, I can put him on timeout if you want.
He's to sit in the naughty corner with that one, man.
Yeah, that's a bit wild, RX. I can't lie, but I come back stronger still. But yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, obviously, I know Rash, you got to shoot off. I don't know if there's any last words you want to say before you jump out.
Yeah, look, what came on the news, I believe today, was that Israel done some more airstrikes over Palestine yesterday, and as they always do, they were strategically hitting Hamas terrorist targets, which we know is rubbish, because what they do is hit residential blocks with women and children and innocent people in there. So look, the people, just don't take your eyes off what's going on. Still spread the awareness. Keep the people of Palestine in your prayers. Keep the people from all around the world going through oppressions, whether it's Syria, whether it's Somalia, whether it's Yemen, whether it's Central African Republic, whether it's the people down in Burma or in China. Keep them all in your prayers, because look, they definitely need it. But free Palestine, spread the awareness, keep the ante up, and let the government know that we see what they're doing and we want them to do something about it.
Yeah, man. Beautifully said by Rash, as always. And yeah, people, make sure you know what we are. We're against any oppression. So, you know, that message, make sure to continue to spread it to anyone who might not be aware. But yeah, as we were saying, yes, Rash,
take care.
Back on Friday. People show Rash love in the chat. Show Rash love in the chat as always.
No, salam. Take care.
Rash. Take care, Rash. Take care, bro.
Peace.
Peace. But yeah, people, me and Jalil, we've got 10 more minutes. So we've got about 9-10 of you in here. So let's just enjoy. Let's just have some football chat. Let me read out some comments. Pogba has 1 year left. He should resign and go PSG, link up with the bad boys and win the Champions League. Then he's completed football. Oh, that would be Pogba PSG would be tasty. Ronaldo, him, and Verratti in midfield.
Mad.
Yeah, that's a mad midfield still. Big up Chenny saying free Palestine, 100%. That's the message. That's the message. We stay consistent. Keep smashing the likes, people. Keep showing us support. Keep showing us love. Keep subscribing. Keep sharing. All that good stuff. But yeah, Jalil. Yeah, man. Pogba. Listen, man. Obviously, he's a topic of debate. I think Vieira and Keane were talking about him yesterday, saying we don't see this Pogba United. Now, obviously, they don't bring into account that Pogba United is playing with McTominay. He's playing with Fred. He's played with Pereira. He's played with Lingard. No offense to these guys, but some of them are barely above average. Some of them are just decent. So what's your thoughts on Pogba? Because you watch him yesterday and you feel like him and KDB should be a debate. But for a lot of people, it isn't. So, yeah, man, talk to me.
Yeah, man, I think Pogba and Kevin De Bruyne should definitely be a debate. But with Pogba, I feel like it's a cop-out if he goes somewhere now. I feel like he needs to stay at United, do the business, and see where he can take him. Because if he goes to PSG, it all sounds like a fairy tale. But we got to realize that life ain't no fairy tale. Do you know what I mean? You're going to go to PSG, win, I don't know, the league itself. You might come far in the Champions League if he wins it, but then just cop out because he didn't do it with United and with the players they have. So realistically, what you're saying is, what the people are saying is, in terms of Pogba going to PSG or somewhere better, is that he can only do it with good players. Like, yes, he's playing with McTominay and I mean, I rate McTominay, but Fred in that, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, raw. But I feel like United do need to sign a proper holding midfielder. Then you've got Bruno and Pogba doing the business in the midfield. I think that would be very scary for any team that goes against them. So, all in all, Pogba at United is a different Pogba to France just because of the quality of players they have. But for me, Pogba needs to stay at United, win the league, win something, even if it's the FA Cup. Europa. I think he's won a Europa with them anyway, to be fair, but he needs to keep going and just keep proving the haters wrong. Because if he just goes now, then we know the United fans don't really love him. You know what I mean? We know the pundits don't really love him, but if he goes now, then it's cop out for me, man. He needs to do the business, man. He needs to stay and do the business.
Yeah. No, I feel you on that. I feel you, and I think the media here have done a lot of damage to his name. Where yeah, I mean. Because like Pogba, for example, I mean, I see people loving off Bruno, but I think there was a year, 2 or 3 years ago, where Pogba led Man United every single category: goals, assists, interception, key passes, absolutely everything. Nobody cared. His first season, even though it's Europa League, he scores in the final. No one cares when they win. Season after that, maybe their best player when they came second. Nobody cared. Bruno comes in, stat pads like crazy. But everybody, all of a sudden, he does nothing in big games, but everybody loves him off. It just shows that they just wanted they wanted to dislike Pogba. You know what I'm saying, from the beginning. And Pogba's been up and down. There's no doubt about it. But people mention KDB. Well, people like when Man City won the league back to back in 2018 and 2019. People don't realize the second season KDB played like 9 games. Man City won the league with 98 points, with KDB basically missing the whole season. Like, you can't underestimate how good that City team was at that time. So as good as KDB is, when for Belgium, Jalil, do you remember one KDB performance for Belgium?
I remember a few, but not massively compared to other people's impacts into games. Even in those games, I think other players potentially stood out other than KDB, but he was there, if that makes sense. Exactly.
But you know what I'm saying? But if Pogba didn't play well for France, people would jump on that straight away. So. I mean, you say why we acting like Pogba has been good for United when no one's saying he's been great, but he's been nowhere near as bad as people are saying. Like I said, the thing about this, he led every single statistical category, just went over people's head like no one cared. Everyone was like, yeah, so what? So, but then I meant to give other people praise who are nowhere near Pogba's level. Like Pogba, if you, to be honest, like I understand why you may not like Pogba, but if you genuinely don't think Pogba's a good player, then how you analyze football, you might need to have a rethink. And that's not even being harsh. Like you genuinely need a rethink. All this saying club football is harder than international.
Yeah, it could be.
It can be. It depends because the Premier League, the football right now overall is pretty bad. So yeah, it depends, to be honest. Because Pogba was ripping it up in Serie A when it was better than it is now. So yeah, I mean, RX Virginia, yeah, but he's got what, like 6-7 goals all from pens. I mean, come on, man. This is what I'm saying. This is where context, it doesn't, for some people, it doesn't quite click. Some players are better for international and club. Pogba has never been levels with KDB club levels, so let's be fair. I mean, yeah, we can forget his time at Juve, but again, like I said, we can also ignore the fact that Man City won a Premier League with KDB missing the whole season, pretty much. But yeah, Pogba scored loads of pen that year. I mean, yeah, but no one's complaining when it's Bruno, and I think Pogba that year scored like 7 or 8. Bruno's in double digits or something. So yeah, because people were kidding Pogba that year for scoring pens, and he's got nowhere near as many pens as Bruno has. Labs doesn't get. Hey, I mean, listen, everyone's entitled to their opinions, but I know that some people don't like Pogba. Yeah, I mean, we're not saying his levels with KDB. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying because of his club form, we're not saying he is, but in terms of ability and what he did at Juve in France, you could definitely see it. So yeah, listen, he did it for 1 year. Listen. That's you. Yeah, you just gotta leave it. You just go because this is the damage that the media's done. So you're seeing it there firsthand. Once you get an image in your head, and this is the thing. There's actually people now rooting against Pogba as well. People are actually rooting against him. You know, so
it's not good to see. It's not good to see, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I think all this Pogba slander is a bit mad. But what I would say is that I think we need to remember with United. I'll tell you now, United would have cemented second if it weren't for Pogba. Because United were kind of drawing loads of games and stuff, and the potential was a few games they were losing, and Pogba come off the bench when he came back from his injury. What did he do? Score goals and assists. Do you know what I mean? So he is a class player. He is a world class. I think he's world class. I'll say he's world class. Happy to say that. What? Who said Henderson was world class?
Listen, bro. A few Liverpool fans have said it. Like, yeah, let's not even bring up Henderson today. Let's leave him out of it.
Would they consider? It's crazy to say yes, but would they consider Henderson and Pogba a debate?
Some last year they did, yeah. Not anyone in this chat, but I saw some YouTubers put it out, yeah, saying that they thought Henderson and Pogba was a debate. But that's, you know what I'm saying, that's
it's a bit mad.
It's laughable still. It's I mean, yeah, he's saying he has Henderson's belt. I mean, I can't lie with. That's crazy.
He's trolling.
I don't even think he's trolling. I can't lie.
No, he's trolling. He's trolling.
Hassan's saying, what world-class attributes does Henderson have? To be honest, Hassan, I can't lie, bro. I didn't even want to answer that because no disrespect to Henderson, but we shouldn't really be talking about him right now, to be honest. Like Henderson, he's a good player. He fits into a system. When he plays for England, he's a different player. So, yeah, he's been good for 3 years at Liverpool. Let's not forget, he's been at Liverpool 10 years, and he's been good for 3. Let's not ignore the other 7. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, man. So what games are on? Obviously, I know Italy are playing tonight. When's England, Scotland?
Friday, 8:00. Making sure I get a fat takeaway, get a couple beers in because that's gonna be a good night, man.
Yeah. So, get the boys around.
Oh man, might have to happen, man. Might have to just shout everyone, put it in the group chats and see what's to come on because, boy, we'll be singing "It's Coming Home," but yeah, we really know we're just celebrating for England. To be fair, but I think England will do the business on Friday. I know Jeff wants to watch that game because he's hoping Scotland will beat England and hoping they come out in the group stages to make sure he secures his 50 quid back or what is it, 500 quid?
500 quid. But I can't lie, that's gone, man. I can't lie. Jeff needs to accept that money's gone, bro.
You think it's
Jeff
gone?
Needs to accept that money. Yeah, bro. England are not going out of the groups. They've already beaten the best team.
Yeah, they're the best
People,
team.
do you think England are going out? Obviously, smash the likes as it says there. But do you actually think England are going out? I don't think so.
They'll make it to this quarter, maybe semis. England. quarters, maybe semis. If I'm thinking the way we did it when we did everything, yeah, quarters, maybe semis.
All right, so let's assume England win the group. Yeah, I think we both think England will win the group now, right?
Yeah, we're the only ones that said that. Yeah.
Yeah, we will. All right, cool. So they will get the second place from the Germany, France, Portugal group. Who do you think is going to finish second?
Oh wait, what?
Yeah. Didn't you know?
Oh sugar, hey, I didn't even know that. Still, cool. Yeah. So let's say for example,
they might get Portugal. They might get Portugal still.
I was going to say that because I think they can secure a draw against Germany, which gives them 4 points, and potentially lose to France. So that's 4 points. That puts you second realistically. Depending on goal difference as well, Portugal got 3 goal difference, which is going to put them forward. If Germany obviously beat Hungary 2-0, let's say for example, and draw with Portugal, that still puts them 3 goal difference. So it's not great, innit? So yeah, man. If it is Portugal, it'll be like Ronaldo and Rooney all over again. Do you know what I mean? Like that was a good game to watch as well back in the day, but. I'm gonna say England's gonna win it.
You know what? I can't lie. I think if England get Portugal, I have a bad feeling England will win. Because you can't, bro, Jalil, you can't trust Portugal. I'm telling you now, bro.
It should be a good feeling, bro.
Oh, I can't lie, man.
That's a bad feeling.
I got to root for CR7 over England. No offense, man. No offense, even though I appreciate the country for having me here, but yeah, man, I can't lie. I'm rooting for CR7 still. X said Portugal will lose their next 2 games once they bench Jota. I mean, to be fair, yesterday, once they subbed him off, they scored 3 goals.
Jota had a poor game. We spoke about this, John. You missed the stream. But Jeff and Rash spoke about it. Jota was poor, bro. It's not the same Jota we saw for Liverpool, and Ronaldo was getting onto him. He was making too many mistakes. Is it the pressure? Do you think it's the pressure of the tournament?
It could be, but because sometimes you want to prove yourself. And I think Jota obviously had a good season. I think some people are getting a little bit carried away with him because I feel like some people don't you feel like when people mention Jota's name these days, it feels like he's almost bordering on world class already.
Only when I speak to Liverpool fans, bro.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe it's based too much off Liverpool fans.
He can get there though. He's got the attributes. He can get there.
He can get there.
He can score headers. He can link up and play. I think he could do a better job than Firmino for Liverpool if he got to play that kind of deeper role.
Firmino's wavy, bro. Firmino's cold.
No, he's sick. No, he's sick. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like he could do a job wherever in the front 3. But yeah, we'll have to give him time. I don't want to put too much pressure on it. You put too much pressure on people, we knock him down. We expect something from them. They don't give it to us. We have to knock him down by force, you know. So let's not do that.
Yeah. No, 100%. I think that's well said. And yeah, man, I think, let's see how Italy play tonight. Obviously, let's see how this group stages kind of round off. But I think, it should be interesting to see whether Harry Maguire comes back fit. Hassan saying Eduardo's onto lamps today. Hey, man, they're always onto each other. You know, it's always a running battle with them two. We'll definitely get them on so they can kind of squash that out. But yeah, man. So I think we'll probably wrap it up there. Can't lie, it's been a quality show. The input from everyone's been brilliant. Everyone's been giving their opinions, which is great to see. Go on, Jalo.
Do you want to do a quick one because it's just me and you? Do you want to do a quick French player ratings?
Yeah. If you got, for which game?
For the game yesterday, Germany. Player ratings.
Oh, Germany, yeah. Okay, who we ranking? France, yeah.
Let's do France. Let's not do Germany. Let's do France.
Let's do France. All right, cool. So, I'll start with Loris. I'll give Loris a 6. I don't think he had a save to make.
Not really. Yeah, much to do, bro. Let's be real.
Yeah. All right, Pavard, right back.
Pavard. Yeah, 6 as well. He can hold a 6. He was good. It was good going back and forth. Just wasn't impressive. He didn't really add to the attack, which is what their fullbacks were there to do. So, yeah.
Yeah. So 6 from Pavard. Make sure to send through your ratings as well, people. Let us know who you think. It'll be interesting to see how it differs. And smash the likes as always. Really helps us with the analytics. Who played next to him? I'll do Kimpembe. Not his biggest fan, but very good yesterday. I'm going to give him a 7. Very good yesterday. Varane.
Clean sheet. Played the best out of the 2. I was going to give him an 8. But I think I'll give him a 7 because he's the partner to him. I think he didn't have much to do. Let's be real. So I'll give him a 7.
Okay, 7. I'm gonna give Lucas Hernandez a 6. I thought he was decent as well left back. I like him. I'd actually like to see him as centre back. But he's still very good. He was still very good at left back. But yeah, I'd give him a 6 as well. I thought France's defense was very solid. Germany didn't really make many chances. And then Jalil, let me give you. You know what? Let me give you Lepox. Let me give you Pogba, man. Let me give you Pogba.
Yeah, Pogba. Oh,
do him justice. Do him justice. Bro.
Man of the match. Yeah, man of the match. He's got a hold of 9 for me. The balls he was giving in shouldn't be doing. A human shouldn't be doing that, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He can hold it. Yeah, Pogba can hold a 9 100%.
Yeah, no, well said, man. We got 9 people in the chat, so it's perfect timing as well. Kante, you know what? I'm gonna give Kante an 8. I thought Kante was very good. There was one time first half where the keeper for Germany kicked it out and Kante headed it in the middle, and then next thing you know, the ball was on the right, like the left back area, and Kante was there already. And I remember Ed turned around to me saying, "Yo, how did Kante get there?" And I was like, "I don't even know. He was literally in the middle a second ago." So
that's mad.
Listen, that guy's crazy, man. But yeah, 8 for Kante. Ed's saying Pogba 9, so he's agreeing with Jalil. And then yeah, it's just Lamps and Ed going back and forth in the chat. People, don't be afraid to comment. I know Lamps and Ed are going mad in the chat, but yeah, let us know what you guys think.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Jalil, Rabiot.
Rabiot, yeah, he's got too many mistakes, man, for me. I was gonna give him a 5, but because they won, he's gonna have to hold a 6. Give him an extra point.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's fair. I'll do. You know what? I'll do Griezmann.
Yeah.
I think Griezmann can hold an 8. I thought he linked the play very well, and defensively he was tremendous. So I'll give him an 8. Again, he's a baller. I'm not his biggest fan, but he's a baller. But yeah, I thought he was excellent yesterday. Excellent. So yeah, who do you want to do? There's 2 left. There's Benzema and there's Mbappe. Who do you want to do?
I want to do Benzema.
Go on, do Benzema. Go for Benzema.
You're not gonna like it though. And Jeff will definitely have something to say. Maybe Rash.
What were you gonna give him?
I'm gonna give him a 6. For reasons. Okay, cool. For reasons. Don't get me wrong. You know the link-up play and everything was good, but it's his fault. We expected a lot from him. He finally got the call up from Real Madrid. You know, he's missed out got 6 years or something like that from the French squad, and we expected a lot more from him. Fortunately for me, I didn't get that. So as a result, I got to give him a 6. However, I thought he was really good, and I can see what he can do for the next few games. Yeah.
I think Benzema will definitely step up. He'll definitely get better. And Mbappe. You know what? I was going to give Mbappe a 6, but I'll give him a 7. I thought he was a threat. I thought it was one time he burnt Hummels like disgustingly. It was like something you see in like non-competitive football, the difference in speed. But yeah, I still think Mbappe, there's more to come from him. This new left wing role, he still needs to adapt. I can see he really likes it, but he still needs to adapt. But you know what? Mbappe, let's end it here. Last quick question for you, Jalil, and everyone in the chat. This left wing Mbappe, is he better than CR7 at 22? So this is open to everyone to comment.
Where was CR7 at 22?
CR7 at 22, I think, had just won his first Champions League and was about to win the Ballon d'Or.
With Man United or Real Madrid?
With Man United.
Oh, it's debatable. It's debatable, man. It's hard to call one because we're seeing Mbappe now, and I can't remember too much from Ronaldo 14 years ago. Do you know what I mean? So that ain't a question. He scored 42 goals for United. Are you good?
I mean, does that answer for you? Because, I mean, our ex is saying, yes, Mbappe is better.
It does. So... It does. I think I'm going to go with Ronaldo for now. But Mbappe now is ridiculous. he definitely will win a Ballon d'Or. Whether it's at PSG, I don't know. Could win it this year if they win Euros again. You never know. They didn't win the league, so actually, I don't know.
Yeah, he didn't win the league. Yeah,
I think the only French player they put up for contention was Kante. If France were to win it for in regards to a Ballon d'Or, so I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with Ronaldo.
Yeah. I think I'll definitely go with Ronaldo as well. Obviously, Mbappe's a mad talent. But I think, Ronaldo at 22, man winning Ballon d'Ors, Champions Leagues, 42 goals from right wing in a time when right wing was a bit different to how it is now. There is literally no way Mbappe is levels with Ronaldo at 22. Lamps use YouTube. They say, what kind of question? Yeah, all right. I just threw it out there, people love Mbappe, so I felt like I had to throw the question out there. Mbappe's the next guy, so Ronaldo was a straight killer already at 21. He had everything over this Mbappe. He probably did, to be fair. Probably did still. But anyway, it's been a nice little chat with Jalil. I can't lie, when it ends up being just the two of us, we always do have a good chat with the audience. It's always a very good interaction. So people, make sure to smash the likes. If you're new, subscribe. If you're loving us, we appreciate you. Do share with your friends who may like the same type of content. Tell a friend to tell a friend, as you all know. And we'll be back on Friday. Make sure to enjoy your evenings. And as Rash said earlier, the message is consistent from us: free Palestine. People, peace and love. And back on Friday. Peace.
Peace.